have a little look at the hypothesis around the word ingestible for this idea that Eugenie has. Now, I'm inside SEMrush, which is a paid SEO tool. This is where SEO gets much more complicated, and you really only need it if you have clients that want you to do SEO as a service. You can do a lot of SEO research around the free tools. This one's really interesting because I want to show you what happens when I just type in the term ingestible versus ingestible collagen. Now, ingestible, it's an unusual word, but clearly there's something around it because we've already done the free search that shows it's definitely being used, and it's kind of around interesting. Oh, and when you type in an accidental term like double I, like I just did, it's going to confuse the tool. So let's just hit search one more time and see if I can get it to be right. Interestingly, you can see that, yes, there's a local search monthly volume of around 90 searches, but there's no data for the difficulty and there's no data around the cost per click. The competition is very low. So this is a very, very good keyword. When you find keywords like this, you go, yes, there's not enough about it. Basically, Google wants more. But also you can see that the terms around it are kind of not necessarily beauty oriented. You know, can you ingest essential oils? And that's a Young Living issue, which is a big essential oils multi-level marketing company. Can lemongrass essential oil be ingested? What is the definition, et cetera, et cetera. So that's very broad terms. So you can see it's got 90 local monthly searches, very good global volumes, especially in the US, and very, very low competition in CPC. So this is competition, which is 0.16. That's tiny. But let's just become a little bit more detailed and go ingestible collagen, and let's search that. So when you hit ingestible collagen, you get a much lower volume, but you can see the CPC goes right up and the competition is also right up at 1, which is the highest it can be. So basically people are buying ads around this term, ingestible collagen. So clearly there's a product market for it. But the questions are a little bit different and they show you the context around that term, which makes it much more interesting. Now let's have a little look at making it ingestible hyaluronic acid, which are all kind of related terms. And let's see what the data says around that. Again, because we're in the Australian market, it's very important we tick Australia. And you can see the volume is 20. Competition is still quite high. There's no difficulty data yet, and that's probably because there's not enough search volume for the terms to get that data. And you can see here's the different questions around it. And often these related keywords become more interesting for building out content. So an example of a content blog post idea might be, for example, hyaluronic acid dosage for great skin.